Hey, we're back with Jim Cedrell at Hyperion Field Club. Today we're going to talk about assessing your yard. We want to talk about what you should be doing to assess your yard to know what it needs.
What I mean when I talk about assessing the yard is take a look and see what the condition is of your yard. Is it already in really good condition? You got nice turf density and you've got just coverage everywhere with nice bluegrass, or do you have a lot of thin spots or bare spots? Or maybe do we have a lot of dandelions and broadleaf weeds? Or maybe we have a yard that's completely devoid of grass. We got a different strategy depending on what the condition of your yard is and maybe what the yard's used for. Do I have pets, kids, dogs running around everywhere? Or maybe I'm older and I don't have any of those things and I just really want curb appeal. So that's going to kind of impact your strategy for the year. Depending on what you need to do, make sure that you're making some common sense decisions. So if I've got a nice, thick, healthy, lush lawn, I'm going to add a little fertilizer and a crabgrass preventer. What I don't want you to do is apply a crabgrass preventer to a yard that's in need of a little repair and then go and try and sow seed in that same yard. That crabgrass preventer is going to kill all that grass seed that you worked so hard to get down.
So you wasted all that time and money for nothing, basically.
Exactly. Okay, so if you need to seed some areas, hold off on any sort of herbicide, and that includes dandelion and weed killer. Those sorts of products can also inhibit your seed growth. So you got to kind of decide what's going to happen this year for my yard.
And if I remember, is it actually better to kill some of those things in the fall?
It is. You'll have better luck killing your broadleaf weeds, dandelions, and clover and that sort of stuff in the fall. So if I got a yard that maybe needs some work, I'll probably do my seeding now, try to get some good grass growth, and then come back later in the late summer and fall and clean up those other weeds.
How about assessing like your trees and bushes? Like, is this the time of year to be looking at some of that kind of stuff, or should you wait for the fall on that?
Yeah, you can look at planting trees and bushes and all that sort of stuff. Great time of the year for that.
How about pruning?
Yep, go ahead, have at those things. Cut back any dead material, especially. People always struggle with their lawn underneath the trees. One thing that you can do if you've got a lot of shade is really raise that height of cut way up, because the grass's physiology wants to stretch up for whatever sunlight it can reach. So if you're cutting it too short,
it's going to be bald all the time.
You got it. And at the same time, prune up that tree. Maybe we keep it, we still have the shade, we still have a little bit of that privacy, but if we can raise that canopy up and get some sunlight down to the grass, you might be able to have the best of both worlds.
Awesome. Well, Jim, thanks for talking about assessing the lawn. So we'll talk about how to do things right in our next video. Thanks for tuning in.